Hello, welcome to Verbling. Hi there, I'm teacher Oakley. And for the next hour, we're going to be learning about how to speak numbers in English. We'll be looking at various aspects. Everyone will be participating, talking about how to talk about dates, cardinal, ordinal, and nominal numbers. How to describe with words, equations, and math problems. Pretty much everything you can imagine or think about that has to do with numbers and how we speak about numbers in English. Okay. Well, come on in and join me. Plenty of room. Where is everybody? Let's get started. Got quite a bit of material to cover. First off, we're going to speak about cardinal, ordinal, and nominal, and what is the difference between these. What do these three words mean? Okay. Cardinal, ordinal, and nominal. These are three different types of numbers that we use in English. Okay. Cardinal numbers are the numbers that you probably know and think of as numbers. Okay, counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Fine, those are cardinal numbers. There are 3 glasses on the table that you're counting. Those are cardinal numbers. Ordinal numbers, on the other hand, tell order. The order of things. First, second, third. They can describe steps in a process. Okay, or the order in which things happen. Nominal numbers comes from Latin, nomen, which means name. Nominal numbers are merely a name. For example, if you have number 10 on your football jersey, that number 10 is your name on the team. So that's a nominal number. Okay. Hello, Carolina. Welcome to the class. How are you? Carolina, how are you doing? Okay.
Hi, how are you?
Okay, that's better. I'm doing okay. Feeling a little lonely, wondering where everyone is.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, a lot of people signed up for the class, but no one's here. Okay, pardon me. Actually, I'm going to do a screen share, and since you're here, I'm going to get started because there's actually quite a lot of material to talk about.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to do a little screen share here with you, and we'll get started. Okay. First of all, cardinal, ordinal, and nominal. I was just explaining cardinal numbers are the numbers that you normally think of as numbers, or how many. They show quantity, counting numbers. Okay, very simple. 8 puppies, 14 friends. Okay, how many friends do you have on Facebook, Carolina?
I think there are around 160.
160 friends. Okay.
Yeah.
Carolina's got a lot of friends on Facebook. That is a cardinal number. Excellent. Okay, so those are cardinal numbers. Okay, hello Artemis.
Hi, feel free to call me Dimas.
Demas. Okay, that works for me. I can handle that. All right, Dimas, feel free to call me Oakley.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Okay. Nice to meet you as well. Nice to have you aboard with us. Okay. Now let's talk about ordinal numbers. Ordinal, just remember order. Okay, so ordinal numbers give us the order of numbers in a set, first, second, third. They can show rank or position. All right, so third fastest, he was the 6th in line waiting for tickets. Artemis, you're the 2nd in class so far. Okay, that's an ordinal number. Finally, we have nominal numbers. Nominal numbers are name. Nomenclature, nomen, the Latin word for name. Okay. All right. A telephone number is actually a label, a name. The number of your hotel room is a nominal number. Number on a jersey. Okay. Zip code is a nominal number. Okay. They are used to tag things as a name. Okay. That's all there is to it. It's very simple. So what are these numbers? Let's do a short quiz. Okay. Oops. I wasn't supposed to do that. Okay. Carolina, which one? Is it a cardinal number or an ordinal number?
Cardinal?
Of course it is, and I already picked it. Okay, it is a cardinal number. Sure, it's a counting number. Simple enough. We're starting out very simple here. Dimas.
Yeah.
Third, is that a cardinal
ordinal number?
It is an ordinal number. It definitely describes the order of things. All right. How about this one, Carolina? Not. What is not?
I don't know what is not.
What is not? Okay. Not is another way to say zero. Okay? Zero. How else can we say zero in English? Carolina, do you know another way?
0, O.
Okay, sometimes just O, that's true. Sometimes we just say O, especially like in phone numbers and such.
Yeah.
Okay, true. Dimas, what's another way we can say zero?
Yeah.
You know any others?
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Okay, possibly, but nothing has a bigger meaning. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let me give you a couple others. You may hear zip. Okay, perhaps zilch. They beat us 32 to zilch. Okay, means zero, nothing, nada. Yes, sometimes you will hear English speakers say nada. Yeah.
Nada.
Okay. Or my favorite, goose egg. All right.
What is it?
Goose egg. Well, think about
a goose egg.
a goose egg. Okay, especially when we're talking about scores. All right. Okay. Manchester United put up a goose egg in the game. All right. Put up a 0. Okay. So, Carolina, what kind of word is that? I mean, sorry, what kind of number is 0?
Cardinal?
It is. It is counting. Okay, so it's a cardinal number. All right. Zip, zilch, nada. Goose egg. Let me say hello to Emmanuel. Hello, Emmanuel.
Hey, everyone.
Welcome to the class. Okay, Emmanuel. Since I'm talking to you, the number first, is that a cardinal number or an ordinal number?
Ordinal number?
It is indeed an ordinal number. That is correct. It shows order. Okay. All right. We use what numbers with dates? Dimas.
Ordinal number.
Ordinal numbers like May 23rd, for
Yeah.
example. Okay. That you are correct. Hello, Heidi. Welcome.
Hello, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well. Thanks for joining us. I'll come back to you in just a second. Carolina, what sorts of numbers do we use with kings and queens? Cardinal or ordinal?
I think ordinal.
Ordinal. Who's your favorite king or queen?
No, I don't have favorites.
You don't have any favorite. You don't play
No,
favorites.
I don't have kings in my country, so I don't care.
You don't care. All right. Very good. All right. I like Henry VIII myself. Louis XIV, not so bad. Okay. Very good. Okay. Let's see. Demas. We use what numbers for hotel rooms? Ooh, this is a trick question. Cardinal or ordinal? Aha. Demas, it's a trick question. I'm going to tell you right now. Demas, are you there? Okay. Let me try Emmanuel.
Yeah, I think
What do
we
you
use
think?
both.
Both? Well, actually, we both, neither, really. So, okay, cardinal numbers, kind of, to a point. But usually in a hotel room, you go on to the first floor, okay, you might have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cardinal counting numbers. But in reality, in a big hotel, you go up to the second floor and you're going to see room 201, 202, 203. Room, the 17th floor, 1701, 1702. And it sure is likely, not very likely, that there's going to be 99 rooms on each floor, or 100 rooms. So in reality, the answer here, it's possible they're cardinal, but really they're probably going to actually be nominal numbers. Nominal numbers are names. They serve as a tag or a name. That was a trick question. Sorry about that. Okay, Heidi, what numbers do we use for floors of a building?
Ordinal.
Ordinal, most certainly. We use ordinal numbers. First floor, second floor, third floor. All right.
Yeah, usually I say 33rd floor.
33rd floor. I used to work on the 33rd floor.
Yeah, my house is on the 33rd floor.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, coincidence. Okay. All right. Let's see. Carolina, what numbers do we use for a person's age?
Cardinal numbers.
Cardinal numbers, okay. But what numbers do we use for birthdays?
For birthdays, it's the same that for dates, so it's ordinal.
Right, very good. Okay. Yes, good job. Okay. Demas,
Yeah.
are you back? Okay, you made it back
Yeah, okay.
successfully.
Got-
You're okay. All right.
Yeah, I got kicked out.
Right. Not my fault. Okay, I didn't do it. We use what numbers with names of popes?
Cardinal?
No.
No, ordinal. No.
Yeah. You're,
Sorry.
Okay. I know, you're getting carried away. Okay, he's the, you think
Yeah.
popes, you think cardinal,
Yeah.
the position in the church. You know, yeah, it's
yeah.
actually ordinal.
Yeah.
Right, Pope Leo the VIII, like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's look at some other numbers and how we say them. Emmanuel, how would you say this?
Page 102 or page 102?
Okay, you could say it either way. Very good. You can say 102 or 102. Again, very often when English speakers say zeros, especially when we're trying to give an address, a phone number, a page number, something of that nature, we say O instead of zero or something else. So, okay. So, Carolina, how would you say this phone number?
702-655-7888.
Okay, that's very clear and very understandable. Can you think of another possible way that you may hear this in English?
702-655-7888.
Very good. Yes. I'm not sure who does this more, Brits or Americans or Aussies. I'm not sure. But yes, sometimes beware in the phone numbers. You will hear 55 or triple and the number 888. Yes, this does happen. I think it's more British because I'll tell you, as an American, I would probably say 702-655-7888. Americans sometimes also divide a 4-digit number in half with 2 10-digit numbers. Okay, so this would be common for an American, 7888.
So when you say 655, 5 should be plural of fives, no?
Nope, 655.
5. Okay.
7888. Yeah, not plural. Yeah, actually singular. Interestingly enough. Yeah. Okay. I wonder if that's even grammatically correct. Okay. Here's another interesting one. Okay. Carolina, how do you say this number?
1,200.
1,200? Yes.
Yeah.
But actually, there's another way to say this.
1200.
Yes.
1,200.
1,200. Okay. Yes, and English speakers commonly would say it this way, 1,200. Okay, especially if you were talking about money. How much did it cost? 1,200. All right. However, look at the next one. Emmanuel, how would you say this next one?
1263.
Okay, 12. You might say 1,263. It's possible. Or
1,263.
Yes. If it's a date, how would you say it? If it's a year. Okay.
1263.
1,263. Yeah, then you're definitely going to, when we give years as dates, we definitely break it up in the middle. All right. 1,263 is possible, or 1,263. Okay. Hello, Mehmet.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
So sorry for coming late.
Not a problem. No problem at all. For anybody else who wants to join us, it really doesn't matter. There's nothing consecutive about the class. We're not going in any kind of numerical or ordinal number here, so it doesn't really matter. Just join us as you will. Mehmet, I'm going to throw you right in. You're here. How would you say this number?
544,000.
Very good. 1,000. Excellent. One common mistake is thousands, but that's not correct. Just 544,000. Mehmet?
Yeah.
Okay. How would you? Wait a minute. Let me change this a little. How would you say this? Dun, 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 hang on. All right. How would you say it now?
$544,000.
Dollars. Yes, with an S. What's missing from this? Yeah.
Yeah, you could say bucks. I don't know.
You could say bucks, dollars, greenbacks. Sure.
Hey, or 544 grands. Doesn't make
Grand. Okay, yes, grand, not grands, no S.
Grand.
544,000 could be 544 grand. Yes, it's very common to talk about a thousand as a grand. Okay, very good. Okay. Of course, really, if this was in the bank, I would have to have cents. The .00. All right. 544,000 and okay. Well, all right. How would I say this? Dimas. All right.
Okay. 544,000.15 dollar.
Yeah, no. $544,000. Okay.
And 50 cent. 15 cent.
Yes. $1,000 with an S. There's your S. 15 cents. Yes. Just like that. Okay. That's it. All right. Okay. Next. Okay, Carolina, how would you say this one?
5,044. Excuse me, I can see. Yeah. 1,005,044. And I don't know. Yeah, and 774.
Okay. Close. Okay, you'd say 544,000.
Okay.
Okay. 774. You might say and 74. And is sort of optional here. Okay. But basically like that. And 74. Okay. All right. Next, Emmanuel, how would I say this one?
What is MPG? So please clarify MPG.
Okay, well, you may know it. May make more sense to you as KPL, maybe? I'll give you a hint. How much does it cost to drive that motorcycle that you have as an avatar? How far can you go on a full tank?
Oh yeah, miles per. It's miles per per or kilometers per
Yeah.
liter.
Yeah, well, that's right. Americans still talk about miles per gallon, but yeah, you're right. The other one is kilometers per liter. Right. Okay, kilometers, not kilometers. Okay, right. Okay. What's a good? I have to sit here and do the math. I'm used to miles per gallon. Do you, Emmanuel? Is it a normal thing to know how many kilometers per liter that you get in your car or on your motorcycle?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay. What's good? What would be a good rate, kilometers per liter?
I don't know. 15 kilometers per liter.
Really? Okay. All right. That would be 30. All right. That would be good, right? Okay. There's like 3.6 kilometers in a gallon. So, okay. Something like that. Okay. Thanks. I'm just curious about that. Mehmet, what the heck is this?
300,000 kps. Kilometers. No, it doesn't make sense, I guess.
Sure does.
Hmm?
Sure it does. Okay, I'll write it another way.
In the US, they don't use kilometers.
No, we would say it like this. These are approximately the same. 300,000 kilometers per what?
Second?
Per second.
Well, okay, that's the light. That's the
right.
velocity or
Right.
light speed.
The speed of light. Right. Okay. And it's not miles per hour. I'm sorry. I don't think that's right. Maybe that is. No, it's faster than that. Okay. Anyway, this is right. 300,000 kilometers per second is the speed of light. I guess this would be miles per second, I guess. Yes. Not miles per hour. Miles per second. Okay. Oops. I think that's right. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, anyone, but I believe that we're talking here about the speed of light, to put it in another simpler way. Okay. Very good. Hello, Ismail. How are you?
Hi, Oakley. I am doing well, thank you. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well. Nice to have you aboard. Okay. Well, Ismail, I might as well let you have a go. Ismail, how would I say this equation? And by the way, it's in English. We call this an equation or a mathematical equation. How would I describe this equation?
4 times 3 equal 12.
Very good.
4 multiply with 3.
Okay. That's right. Okay. I can say 4 times. I can use, in this, I can use times. Or I can say 4 multiplied by. Okay. Times or multiplied by. 4 multiplied by 3 is 12. Okay. Right. All right. So how about this next one? Carolina. How do I say this?
4 plus 3 equals 7.
Okay. 4 plus 3 equals 7. I can say plus, or is there another way I can say this?
And?
Sure. 4 and 3.
Added.
And then I can say 4 and 3 equals. Oh, yeah, okay. I could, in theory, yeah, I could actually grammatically correctly, I could say 4 added to 3, all right, equals 7, or 4 and 3 are 7. So I can say equals, I can say are. Same thing up here. I can say 4 times 3 is 12. Or I can say equals or just is 12. Notice 4 times 3, I don't say are 12, I say is 12. It's kind of a weird thing here, but 4 plus 3 are 7. Okay. All right. Next one. How do I say this one, Dimas?
4 minus 3 is equal to 1.
Okay. Minus, it's a long I. All right. 4 minus.
Yeah, okay. 4 minus 3 is equal to 1.
Okay. Do you know another way to say it?
4 subtracted by 3 equal 1.
Close. 3 subtracted from.
Ah.
Okay. Subtracted. Sorry, I misspelled that. Subtracted from. Or there's another way. Does anybody know another way? Instead of minus or subtracted from, I could represent the minus sign. Okay, another way that we actually commonly say this, I might say 3 from 4 is 1. 3 from 4 is 1. Kind of backwards engineering. All right. Okay. And again, I can say equals or is. Again, I don't say 4 minus 3 are 1. Is 1. Okay. Gesundheit. Okay. Well, there's one. I gave one up already. Okay. Emmanuel, how can I describe this equation?
Would be 4 divided by 4.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. And another way? Yeah, equals 1. Another way I can say it. Do you know how to say it using Gesundheit? And this gets drastically reduced in English. We tend to reduce pronunciation, so we don't really say goes into. We kind of say Gesundheit. Kind of sounds like what we say when somebody sneezes. Gesundheit. Okay.
Gesundheit. German.
It is German. You're right. But commonly, even Americans say Gesundheit when somebody's. Yeah. I don't know how to spell it, but oh yeah. Okay. Hang
Gesundheit. You steal from German.
Yeah, I do. Accidentally. Not on purpose, but okay, that's it. Very good, Gesundheit. Thank you, Mehmet. Anyway, Emmanuel, do you know how to say this equation using the phrase goes into?
We 4 goes into 4 goes into 4.
Uh-huh. And then how do you complete that?
4 goes into 4 one time.
Very good. Excellent. Nice job. It's possible to give the answer with an ordinal. You may hear it. 4 goes into 4 once. 4 goes into 8 twice.
Yeah.
It's possible. But it also, we say 1 time or 2 times or 3 times. That's right. Very good.
Is it grammatically false if we say Oakley 4 goes into 4 equals 1 or is 1?
Equals 1. 4 goes into 4 equals 1. No, that doesn't work, actually. 4 goes into 4. We have to say 1 time or once.
Okay.
4 goes into 4 equals 1. No. No, it just won't work. You'll confuse English speakers. Definitely. I would not know what you were saying, actually. Okay. What are we looking at here? Okay, Mehmet. What do we got here?
Quarter.
Okay, very good.
Or 25%.
Very good. Okay. Excellent. That's a quarter. Is there another way to say this first one?
1/4.
Excellent. Okay, 1/4. Okay. Now, is 1/4, trick question, open question for everyone, is 1/4 a nominal, a cardinal, or an ordinal number? Anyone?
Cardinal.
All together now. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Sing it. Okay, you're all correct. You all said the same thing at the same time. Yes, it's a cardinal number. Okay. I guess there's a lot of noise. I don't really hear it, but apparently there's a lot of background noise. So when you're not speaking, please mute your microphone. I also don't hear it, but we are in a Google Hangout, and you never know. These things are weird. You know.
Okay, let's hope.
Weird stuff happens here. I know that much. Thank you, Mehmet. Appreciate it. Ismail.
Oakley, can we read this 1/2 or 1 divide 2? Divide by 2.
1 divided by 2.
Divided by 2 or 1/2.
I do know. Well, 1/2 would be very strange, indeed.
Yes, yes.
That would be odd, very much odd. Now, mathematically speaking, of course, that is what you're looking at, 1 divided by 2. That's what that means. True enough, mathematically speaking, but we would never say it that way.
Okay.
How would we say it?
1 second.
Whoa. Gesundheit. Ismail.
1 second.
Sorry?
1 second.
1 second? No. We
No, it's
never.
a half.
No. 1.5.
No, just using an article, by the way.
Half.
A half.
Half.
That is a half. And we never say, well, you can say, give me half your money. But looking at this number as it sits in front of us here, I have to say a half. I can say, it's like I have to say a quarter, all right? I can use it as an adjective. I can say I went a quarter, well, a quarter. Okay, quarter, no, I guess I have to say a quarter. A quarter of the money was spent on, But I can say half of the money was spent on bread, a quarter of the money was spent on wine, and the last quarter was spent on donuts, whatever. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I can use half without a as an adjective. But even if I'm using quarter, okay, it's still, even if I'm using it as an adjective to describe, as a number to describe, I still have to say a quarter. A quarter, okay. A quarter, a quarter piece. Well, I'm going to have to say a quarter of something. Interesting. Never thought about that before. All right, so there's a half. We're never going to call it 1 second. Okay. Well, all right. Okay. Let's try the next one here. Carolina, back to you. How would you describe this? Never mind.
No.
Never mind this.
Okay. 3/5
Uh-huh.
or 60%.
Okay.
And 6, I don't know.
Well, or no. Tenths. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And one more time, can I hear you? The reason I had this before, can I hear you say this word here?
Fifths. Okay.
Fifths. Yes. Okay. Really, in English, basically, you don't really hear that second F. It just sounds like fifths. Okay.
Fifths.
Fifths. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Fifth. Because we use fifths. Can anybody tell me this piece of trivia? What kind of product is sold in fifths in America, at least, and maybe in other countries as an import or in England? What product is sold in fifths? Does anybody have any idea what I'm talking about? No.
I don't know.
No idea. Okay.
Dresses, textile products.
Nope, not textiles. I'll give you a hint. Okay.
X.
A fifth
Maybe.
of whiskey.
Uh-huh.
Okay. The bottle size that they use to sell alcoholic products in the United States is it is 4/5 of a quart, or 1/5 of a gallon. So that bottle itself is called a fifth. It is slightly different than the size of a liter.
Which, do you mean the small ones?
No. It's just about the same size as a liter. It's slightly smaller than a
okay.
liter, I think. Slightly smaller? Yes, slightly smaller. But not a whole lot. Just a little bit smaller than a liter. But anyway, Americans buy alcohol. Nowadays, you can buy alcohol in liters, but it hasn't been that way for very long. And many kinds of alcohol are still sold in fifths, at least American whiskey, for example. All right, our next number in our long train of fun and unusual numbers. Demas, what's this craziness?
Fire number.
Okay, now,
Three-
all right.
3.14, 26, 47, 75, 21.
Okay, wait a second. If we're going to actually read it, 3 point, the dot is always point, right?
Yeah, 3.14.
Okay, but I have to point out that when we use it for money, when we looked at it earlier, remember we don't ever say point. I just want to remind you. We just say dollars and cents or whatever. Right, But when we're doing all these decimal point numbers, it's called a decimal point, by the way, decimal point. When we're doing all this, we would say 3.14264775521. For some reason, we're adverse to grouping them together into English speakers never do that. 64, 77, 52. We never do that. Individually, we always count after the decimal point. I don't know why. We take every other shortcut known to man. I'm not sure why, but yes. And okay, yes. And some of you guys know this is a universal number, of course, but some of you might call it phi. In America, it's pi, and it sounds like the word pie. Okay, that's how it's pronounced. We call it pi. All right. Okay. Oh, what is all this? I'm not sure what this is. Okay, we've already done thousands. We can handle that. We've already done this. $1 million. All right, now, okay, let's talk about dates. Okay. Let's talk about dates. How do you say this? How do you say this date? I should have done this like this. All right. How do you say this date, Mamet?
Me.
Yeah, Mamet.
Okay. July 8th, 2013.
Okay. July 8th, 2013. But, Mamet, what if you're an American?
You say 8th July?
Even though it's numbers like this, as an American, for me, if I see this date, this is actually August 7th, 2013. Americans are the only ones who do this. British are with the rest of you guys. Everybody else on Earth puts the dates in logical order, day, month, year. Americans do not. If I was in an American university, we write the numbers, date, just as we would when we write it, we write out the word. We would write August 7th, 2013.
Yeah, okay.
If we were writing it. So be aware of that. If you're getting important documents from Americans, they might have their numbers backwards to what you're used to. Okay.
Yeah, I always confuse it with British one.
Yeah, right. It is confusing. Okay, now, all right. You can say July 8th, with ordinal number, 2013, or you can say the 8th of July, 2013, and either one of those is equally correct, actually, perfectly fine. Okay. Oh, okay. Numbers from a few years ago. Sometimes people get these confused. Ismail, what is this date? Ismail, are you there?
Yes.
Okay.
Berkeley. What is it? 8?
Yeah, what is the date here?
Date. 2006.
2006. Perfect. You'd be surprised how many people don't know.
2006.
Yeah, no one ever says that. 2006. No, we do not say that for the years.
2006.
2006? No, we're not going to say that one either. Okay. 2006, that's pretty much it. Of course, this was a phone number. We'd say 2006 or 20006. There's not for those of you who were
2006.
006. Okay. For those who were in the class earlier, you remember when we looked at not, it means 0, okay? Double not, you don't really hear not very often, but in this case you do, double not, which is 2 zeros. All right. Okay, which you could obviously hear as double not, or in the case of famous detective James Bond, of course. How would you say this one? 007. Of course. All right. That has to be 007. We all know that one, of course. Okay. Right. Another phone number. Why are we going back there? Okay. You seem to be backing up. Here's something very interesting I really want to show you about numbers. Okay. Carolina, back to you. How do you say this?
1776.
Okay, that's pretty good. Now, if you say just this number by itself, Carolina?
17.
17. Okay, you really need to be careful to give primary stress to teen at the end to differentiate it between 70. 70.
17.
17. Okay.
17.
Right. All right. And when I say 70, 70. Very
70.
low. That's good. Now, this leads to a problem because, as I said, when we say 76, okay, the stress is supposed to be at the beginning of the sentence. So really, okay, the stress would be here in 17, right? And then here in the next part, because we always divide up the date into, we say the first two numbers and then the second two numbers. This leads to a problem when we're giving dates or even giving prices. Here's the problem. In English, you are never going to see two primary stresses in a row. You're never going to see, never going to hear, would be more appropriate. I cannot say 1770 because it sounds like I'm screaming. It doesn't make sense. It sounds weird. I've lost my rhythm up and down, all right? And it sounds very strange. So in actuality, in English, we don't ever do that. In English, primary word stress, all right, like banana, okay, banana, the middle syllable is stressed, banana. Guess what? If I have to avoid this very situation right here, I can change the word stress, and I can make the word stress up here. So, in fact, now my stress is alternating the way it should be to create English rhythm. 1770. Notice the difference. 17. 1770.
1770.
All right. Totally different. I've moved my stress. You can do this in English, and there may be other cases where you would want to do such a thing. Actually, because this is a fairly important, it's not numbers, we're sidetracked slightly, but it is related. Let me get somebody else to try this. Demas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chinese citizen.
Okay. If you have just the word, all right, just Chinese, of course, where's the stress?
In the end of the syllable.
Yes,
Chinese.
That's right. And just the word citizen, where's the stress?
City.
Yeah, the first sit.
City.
Right.
City.
But when we combine them, we can't do it. So we change the stress around. It's Chinese. Instead of Chinese, we say Chinese citizen. All right. Okay. So it's not just. I just wanted to show you that to point out it's not just numbers that you will hear this happen. It happens in English whenever we try to push together two primary stress syllables. It just doesn't work in English. It destroys the rhythm. So that's what we do. We move the syllables. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I kind of gave away the answer here, but okay. Emmanuel, how do you say this time? Let's talk about some numbers in time.
Okay. 3:15 p.m.
Okay. Perfect. How else can I say it?
15 past 3.
15
PM.
past 3. Okay, I could. Or 15 after 3, or I can also say
A quarter.
3 minus
Yeah.
15.
A
That's it.
quarter.
that's it. A quarter after, or a quarter past 3. A quarter after 3, or a quarter past 3. There was a time when British said past and Americans said after, or vice versa, and I don't even remember, and neither do my British friends, and now both Americans and British use both of these prepositions. Okay, a quarter after, quarter past, same thing. Furthermore, if you ask an American what time it is, and it's kind of assumed that you probably have a good idea, they might not answer you with the hour. They might just say a quarter after. It's a quarter past. They just assume that you know it was 3 o'clock. Okay. How about this one, Mehmet? How would you say this?
22 past 3. 3.
Well, you could, but I will tell you that most English speakers simply say 3:22. When it's a weird number, not 15 or 30 or 45, if it's not quarter sections, we usually just say the numbers. 3:22. Of course, it's perfectly normal and okay to say 3:15. We sometimes say PM or AM. Sometimes we say in the morning or in the afternoon or at night. Okay, Ismail, how about this one? How should I say this?
30 minutes past 3. 3:30.
3:30 is probably the most common, all right?
3:30.
Or I can say half past.
And half past 3.
Half past 3. I don't need the article, all right? Just it's half past 3. Remember we looked at half and quarter. Even when we're using it to describe another word, another noun, I can just say half. I don't need an article. But for quarter, I do. You were right about that earlier. I have to say a quarter past. Okay.
Should I use AM and PM always, Berkeley, or?
Well, it's well, if it's helpful, if it works, I mean, yeah, you should use it. I mean, if it's going to make things less confusing, like you're dealing with international business and so forth. But we don't always. I could say it's 3:30 in the morning. Go back to bed. It's 3:30 in the morning. What are you doing? Or it's 3:22 in the afternoon. All right. We don't have to say AM and PM. Anti-AM, of course, anti-meridian. It's actually Latin. Okay. All right, and post-meridian. Meridian meaning noon, when the sun is perfectly straight high in the sky, or what we call noon. Okay, here's something everyone confuses. 12 p.m. is noon and 12 a.m. is midnight. Consider when it's 12:01, it is midnight. Question, who's Mary Rose? Should I always
Mary
use
Rose.
always? Should I always use always before the verb? All right. Anyway, last thing, I got to go because I'm already late for my next class. 3:45 is quarter to or quarter of. Okay. All right, and that's pretty much, that'll do it.
Perfect. See you.
Anyway, thanks a lot, and I'll see you guys again right here on Verbling real soon, I hope.
Thank
Bye
you.
for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you.